shopping? Ano ba to? Nako, Wednesday na naman, kaya naman simulan muna natin sa ating news with Asian Journal.
Asian Journal, the leading Filipino-American newspaper since 1991.
And our Wednesday is never complete without Annie Nepomuceno here in the studio in Los Angeles. Annie, anong mga balita natin?
Itong ating mga balita, G. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti leads the call for the Supreme Court to lift an injunction blocking President Barack Obama's executive actions on immigration, which could potentially save up to 5 million from deportation. Los Angeles, along with 84 other cities and counties, is part of the Cities United for Immigration Action. Drafted by the LA City Attorney and the Corporation Council of the City of New York, the brief makes a case to lift the injunction on public safety, economic, and humanitarian grounds. Earlier this year, Texas and 25 other states filed a lawsuit against two key provisions of Obama's plan: Deferred Action for Parents of Americans, or the DAPA, and an expanded version of the Deferred Action on Childhood Arrivals, or DACA. And a federal appeals court in November has upheld the ban on the programs. If the Supreme Court decides to hear the immigration case, a decision could come by June before the term ends.
Okay, well, a lot of people are expecting that. In fact, when we do our call-in, our live call-in shows, yan talaga yung tinatanong ng mga tao kasi a lot of people were expecting. So, kudos to Mayor Eric Garcetti for, you know, for standing for a cause. Okay, moving on to our second story.
Investigators believe one of the shooters in the deadly San Bernardino rampage may have plotted another attack in 2012. Syed Rizwan Farouk and his wife killed 14 people last week before dying in a gun battle with police. A U.S. official says Farouk conspired with another person in 2012 and selected a target. One official says the two scrapped a plan after a round of terror-related arrests in the area. The purported plot would bolster the assertion by some officials that Farouk was radicalized well before last week's rampage.
Okay, and we want to offer our condolences to all the victims and their families, this tragic event. Moving on to our next story.
A Republican congressman took to the House floor on Tuesday to call on Donald Trump to drop out of the presidential race. David Jolly of Florida cited Trump's proposal to bar Muslims from entering the U.S. Jolly, who supports Jeb Bush for president, said the U.S. should have a security test for entry, but never a religious test. He said his ability to take the House floor as a born-again Christian without fear of reprisal is the beautiful thing about America, and that Trump will destroy that liberty if he prevails. Jolly is running for GOP presidential candidate Marco Rubio's Senate seat.
Well, I think that is blatant discrimination. Anybody who is smart enough to see that Donald Trump doesn't have his head on right. I mean, how can you say hindi po pwede yung mga Muslims? Paano yung ating mga kababayan na mga Muslim na mula sa Mindanao hindi na pwede pumunta dito? Ano ba to?
Yeah, it's never a good idea to single out a group of people for reasons such as that, you know. And he's maybe a little, I would say, loose lips, you know. He doesn't phrase it properly.
Yes, well, I just want to say thank you once again, Annie, for being here on Kababayan Today. Join us for the rest of the show here on this Wednesday, 2 weeks away till Christmas. We'll be right back.